Now we're headed for a catastrophic showdown. Just 24 hours left and the situation will get out of control. You can count on that. If in 24 hours every citizen knows what they're planning here. With pensions, with health insurance, with the money that, well, hasn't been wasted, but is once again being misused. Then we've reached the tipping point, namely the 2020-30 rule. And the World Cup won't change a thing about that. A very good morning to you. It's a beautiful morning because the government is getting ready to pull off its final trick. And if you want to support this channel, I would really appreciate a like and a subscription. What is coming now should really make all of us think.
Retirement at 70 is coming soon. First details from the Pension Commission's reform plans have leaked, including that the retirement age is to be linked to life expectancy. Members of Parliament and self-employed people will also have to pay in, and the full pension at 63 would be scrapped.
And at the same time, everything that is not subject to social security contributions. Everything here on these streets where, for example, parents and families can still earn a few extra euros on the side, where young people go to work, all of that would be gone. By the way, civil servants themselves don't have to pay in, just as a quick side note, because otherwise you would lose the very last support base. And I'll tell you just how it is. This thing, not getting through, starting tomorrow, it's going to be picked apart. And starting tomorrow, it'll be all over the news that people here in Germany don't want it this way. While the first reading, because of the health insurance contributions, made sure that the whole thing was sent back to the committees for revision. These 2 billion that Lars Klingvall simply stole from the statutory health insurance fund. He won't put them back, but next year they'll once again face a €1 billion gap that they still haven't been able to close. And that's why I say this government is finished. It is effectively incapable of taking action. And you'll notice that tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and the days after that, when things will get heated in the Bundestag as well, then comes the government policy statement. And then the big showdown will happen here. Just wait and see what the press will make of it.
The Chancellor and his Minister of Labour will officially receive the plans on Tuesday. 30 measures that are supposed to stabilise the pension system. Explicitly a complete package from which the government should not pick out individual points and agreed upon by consensus.
Let's just take a single point out and discuss it thoroughly and properly. Retirement at 70, even if it's just the children now who aren't even eligible to vote yet. Let's just take this point out. What do you think people out there will think? Okay, if it's already happening this fast and it's the 4-year-olds who will retire at 70, when will they change the rules again so that soon we'll also have to work until 70? 4-year-olds. Bürgergeld, though, won't be touched again. That huge chunk that's there will continue to fall on the health insurers and social insurance funds. They're not going to touch that. Markus Söder just brought that up again, and you can really say it like this: they're practically going at each other with knives now. And also, this focus, yes, all these plans have to happen exactly this way with no deviations, and everyone has to see it through. And what sticks with the citizens is retirement at 70, not what's being talked about out there. And above all, do you even know what that means for the economy? There are a lot of open positions here in Germany that are only paid very little. Like, for example, restroom attendants or similar jobs, or hotel cleaning ladies, for example, who work at Airbnbs or similar places and are only employed for a short time. All of these kinds of jobs. Erase them. And yes, that's the foundation that will blow up in the faces of the older generation. And what do you actually think the voters will do? I mean, the core voter base of the SPD and CDU. Those who are now retired and see now retirement at 60, and Blum always told us pensions were secure here in Germany. That will only really resonate with these people at most. Because you can be sure the public broadcasters will pay very close attention to that and run those headlines. Working until 70. And that will resonate with the core voters. The only question is, where will the voters go then? Definitely not to the SPD or CDU. And to top it all off, what's also going on in the SPD right now is this clip here.
Maybe one more time for clarity. Why did the Office for the Protection of the Constitution in Germany stop listing these organizations?
I couldn't talk about it for years. There was political influence, specifically by the SPD in the state of Berlin under the governing mayor Michael Müller.
So now you know what's really going on. Why? Well, the Germans have to pay more now while Bürgergeld isn't being touched. Muslim Brotherhood. Well, those are often people who just don't feel like working. You have to put it that way, yeah. Hardcore extremists here in Germany who are being supported by the SPD. And what does the SPD demand? That's right, to ban the AfD. Why? Because, of course, they're dangerous. But hardcore extremists, on the other hand, are simply removed from the domestic intelligence report. They're really nice people here in Germany who are beneficial for the well-being of Germans. And, well, by the way, these are the people who also want Sharia law here in Germany. It's much, much easier to just shift pension and health insurance costs onto German taxpayers. And on the businesses here in Germany, because we still have enough economic growth. We still have, a plus sign in front because we have to work more. So, dear SPD, dear CDU, just think about it for once. Abolish all holidays, even Christmas and New Year's. Just close things for one day during Ramadan and that's it. And what do you actually think? Do you really believe you'll get re-elected after that? If this report gets leaked to the public that you've been infiltrated by hardcore extremists, what do you actually think? Well, whether at some point the Office for the Protection of the Constitution under Sinan Silen might finally get the brilliant idea to take action against hardcore extremists here in the country. Do you think that your pension plans, the ones you have, will find any understanding among the citizens here in Germany? To be honest, I don't think so. That makes my hair stand on end again. No, that's because it's already 30 degrees here.
It became clear in the report that there are actually significant adjustments and decisions being made here. The whole thing is politically bold. We must not forget that previous governments, whether led by Scholz, Merkel, or even before that, basically didn't dare to tackle this.
Yes, I could be wrong. That may all be true, and I don't think this government will let it slide like that. We don't just have pensions at stake, we also have the health insurance funds on the line at the same time. At the same time, we have new information that the health insurance reforms are not enough. There need to be more reforms. At the same time, our economy keeps getting weaker. Less money is going into the economy, fewer investments, more prosperity. Do citizens have to be harassed? More and more well-educated professionals and students are leaving this country. And that's why, yes, with the infiltration by these hardcore extremists, I can tell you, things won't turn out the way they're supposed to. So, the way they've laid it out now, even if they say it has to come as a complete package, otherwise we can't stabilize the whole thing anymore. Then questions arise. Why Ukraine? Why climate ideology? Ecological nonsense? Why are we supporting China with development aid when they've long surpassed us? Why? And the press will join in as well, so I can reassure you here already. I don't think that will come out or that it will be implemented like that. But I can already promise you, this afternoon the video will come out explaining why the election forecasts, as we have them, can't be accurate. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for a single forecast, and once that's out, I'll give you the video and then I'll tell you roughly how things are going to turn out right now in Saxony-Anhalt and in Thuringia, and why I was expecting exponential growth, and how bad or serious things really are in the East right now, and how we can actually look forward to the next elections. Because this government can't get a foothold anymore. It has lost the trust of the citizens, and the citizens want to get rid of it.